All right, welcome back to the farm. It is a little bit more typical fall day for us today. That nasty cold weather that came through last week has moved on, and right now it's, I think, in the mid-50s. Feels a lot warmer in here. I'm actually sweating. But our high today is in the 70s, so this is a little more typical for this time of the year in Oklahoma. The plan for today is I've got to get some head lettuces and some baby greens cut and washed. We have some customers coming to pick up on farm today, so I need to get that prepped and ready for them. We also have some root crops to pull for the bodega and a couple other places. I'm just doing a little once over here as we walk through this tunnel, see how everything looks. So far, so good. If you are wanting a easy, like literally plant it and do nothing type crop, garlic is it. It is literally one of the easiest things you could have in your garden, and it's used in so many different dishes. All you do is you separate out the cloves, put them in the ground, and do nothing. They sit there dormant, growing underneath the soil all winter. In the spring, you may have to feed them once or twice, but they really just do their own thing. And then the only thing they require is a good hard freeze. That's what helps them really set a good healthy bulb. But seriously, if you want something that is the ultimate low maintenance vegetable crop, that's it, hands down. So that's super important that we get those in this week before we have another cold snap in the weather. But I think that's it. That's really our work plan for the day. So I'm going to hop off here. Looks like I'm going to start with head lettuce because that'll clear up some space for me to get over in this next bed and work on these baby greens without stepping on them. So here we go. Okay, I have to show this. This is the first that we've really harvested a full head of the alkindus. Look how pretty this is. It's got that real dark burgundy color on the outside, and then the innards are just a beautiful bright green. It's such a pretty head of lettuce, and it's delicious. Super happy with these. I'll show you just as I'm going through. Each time I pick, I'm cutting off the actual root base here, and I just go through and peel off these bottommost leaves because that's what has been in contact with the soil. And then I make sure I have really nice fresh cut down here. All of this dirt and stuff will get washed away when we put it in the bubbler, but that just gives the base of your lettuce a really nice look for our customers. So it's the little details that really make a difference. Whew, I am glad to be out of those tunnels. I have sweat through my shirt. It's really, really hot in there, but I went ahead and vented both sides. Should let some of this airflow through there and clear out some of that heat. But whew, I got my totes back here. I'm going to take them in, get them all washed and packaged and put in the walk-in cooler. Film some of that just so you guys can see. And to be perfectly honest, this is the routine for us. There's a lot of wash or harvest, wash, package, put in the cooler, deliver, harvest, wash, package, deliver, put in the cooler, all that. There will be less planting for us as we go further into the winter months. Things just grow more slowly. We need to have all of our crops in the ground and established before the temperatures really drop and stay consistently cold. So the goal is to try and get as much sown in the ground so it's already in the process of growing before that happens. We probably have a month and a half to get all that done. So, and we can still plant, like we'll still do our lettuce plugs and things like that into the winter months. It just, they will grow significantly more slowly. So that's something we have to account for. But welcome to farm life. There's a lot of routine and a lot of same chores every day, but if it's for you, it's pretty awesome. All right, we are, quote, flipping this bed right here of radishes. What's left at the end, I just ripped out. We will come through, spread compost, give it a good rake, give it a good flame, and then I think we will either plant baby kale or baby romaine in this bed. So look what I found in with the radishes. It's a volunteer tomato. And to be honest, I'm totally shocked it's still alive. We didn't have any frost netting in this tunnel, and it got done pretty cold where it should have killed this. So I don't know if it's just like super tomato or what, but that's kind of cool. All right, I'm taking this kale out, and I think I'm going to use my rice knife here because I can get this underneath the surface of the soil and just drag and cut the roots, and then I'm leaving as much of the root system intact as possible rather than ripping them out, because this is what happens when you rip it out. Whereas if I cut it, I can cut it. Let's see if I can show you. About here, where all of this is left down to break down in the soil, and I can rake out all of the leafy stuff. So I think that's what we'll do. knife is working perfectly. And I'm going to show you all those little holes in our leaves. I don't know if it'll focus for us or not, but see these little cocoons? These are the little guys that are feasting on the salad bar in my tunnels. Alright, I'm going to try and show exactly how well this rice knife is working. So, if I angle you guys down here, here's the base of my plants. Here's my knife, and just under the soil, so you can see, just removing like so. And then all this good stuff stays in place for the plants. Okay, I'm getting my seed hopper ready for spinach, and you'd think by now, I mean, there are some things that I just remember off the top of my head, but you would think by now I would remember all of it. Well, I don't. I had to look it up. So for spinach, on the JP1, you're going to use the F24 roller, and your sprockets need to be 14 and 9, and then the brush setting on here needs to be medium high. So I'm going to undo all this. We're trying a brand new variety of spinach. It's called Rangitoto. It's supposed to be really good for winter and early spring, fall, winter, and early spring tunnel production. So we figured, why not? We have our usual spinach we're going to do in one of our smaller beds too. So we'll be able to compare and see kind of how they look side by side. There's that. That's pretty much medium high. There's a carrot seed in there. Huh. Thanks. Okay. So this goes back in here. And my seeds will go in, and then I always test and see how much is actually coming out. So let's see here. Go ahead and pour it all in. I don't have to worry about the package. And then I just take my little top, my seed plate here, and I can hold this up and spin it like I'm actually running through a bed, and I can see exactly how much is coming out, and it looks pretty decent to me, so I'm happy with that. Now let's go put it on the jig. So it's important that both are adjusted. And I have to check if it's clear or not. Okay, so I'm checking my sprockets here. 14 front, 9 in the rear. Actually, I think it's a 10. I think it's a 10. Now, now we're set.